welcome to the first week of Fantasy Playoffs. This is the Why Do Boys Make podcast, the companion podcast to the Why Do Boys Play Games Fantasy Football League. I'm going to be your host this week, and I'm part of a dynamic duo as I welcome the other half, my better half here, Mr. Corby, who's sitting pretty on a week one bye, coming off another dominant victory, but we'll get into that. Corby, how are you doing?
I feel great. I loved my matchup this week, which we'll get into. There are things about my team that I'm worried about. I'm worried about some certain positions, but we're gonna figure it out. And I'm lucky to be able to have a week to figure that out. So I'm awesome. It's great to be back, talking about fantasy football still.
Yeah, I'm glad at least one of us is still in it, and also not just in it, but contending. So, because if it was neither of us were in it, this would just be a couple of, like, if it was, if you were left and Fitzy was here, we'd just be a couple of sad sacks rambling about the injustices done upon us, or maybe that would just be me.
No, don't worry. I'm sure we're gonna hear plenty about that.
Speaking of, let's just start off with the mailbag.
Okay. I'll take all the Fitzy comments. I like when we role play as different people. Do you want to be Adam this week?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll be Fitzy. How does Fitzy talk?
Finally, feeding this baby pays off. Perma!
What does that mean?
I don't know what perma
I think he meant prima, like first, but he wrote perma.
Perma! Good job, Fitzy. Welcome to the first club.
All right. Second. KMS. Kill myself. Actually, gets a heart from Corby. Wow, shots fired at Adam early in the pod. Adam's got this like crybaby victim complex, and I'm just not here for it. What do you think this is? Oh, this is when Luke was talking shit, and Luke probably responded here. Why don't you be Luke? Oh no, that's Fitzy.
No, actually, it was me, Fitzy, and Fitzy said, "Luke, he's too successful." Adam, and I took that personally.
Yeah, I mean, true. It's all. I'm sure Adam did take it personally.
Right.
I mean, look at the next.
As we'll see. Yeah, he says, "I'll remember this, Luke." And Luke says, "Here." He says, he says, "Nuzzles you." That's the
meow.
That's from the Cats the musical. Adam says, "If I leave this league, it'll be when Cash has to remove my team because I died."
It's a really good Adam.
Oh, hold on. If there are 12 teams in this league, I'm one of them. If there is only one team in this league, then it's me. If there are 0 teams in this league, it's because I am dead. But if there are 14 teams in this league, then it might be time to propose a relegation league again.
For those who think that they might already be sick of our gimmick, there are about 50 comments this video. 54, I think. So strap in. Let's keep going. I love Marble. Adam Webb.
I love Marble.
Matt Stafford has been horrible all season. I think he had 2 good games. I'll make it 3. He had a good game. Yeah, why don't you be Chris?
All right, I'll be Chris.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, it's me, Chris Colby. Wow!
Chris?
For cousin Mike, let's go. Welcome, Luke.
Oh.
Call an ambulance meme, but not for the league. Adam would sooner drink 5 or 6 beers before leaving this league. Am I right, Adam? Would love to join the queue for the 2 tight end league.
Oh shit.
Hold on. It's me. Now that is a league with yearly turnover. I urge you to join my 2 defense and 2 kicker also faction. I'm sorry. I'm so in.
It's difficult. I just put you at the top of the queue.
You're doing like a kip. Are you doing like a kip?
It's kind of like a mix between Kip and Napoleon. It's a little bit of both.
It's really good. But yeah, it would be sick to have Chris in the 2-sided league because there's just a bunch of random people that I don't know.
Skip my team name change.
Yeah, it's because you did it while we were in the middle, or actually, I think it was right before we started, and I didn't feel like I'm ending. But you almost caught me slipping this week. You did not get by us this week.
You're Steven.
You could be Steven.
Okay. Steven says, oh. What noise do you think this emoji makes?
It's something like this.
Huh? Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Colin's crybaby routine's getting old.
Colin wants so much credit for being eliminated from playoffs in Week 13.
It's not a routine. A routine implies repetition and stuff. This is new every week. The only reason it's a thing is because it's new every week. Okay. I had the charts. I did the math. Okay. If you can't agree that this is targeted persecution, then you're irrational, and I can't deal with irrational people. Oh, Luke is such a hater. If he's ever in this league, I'm going to devote 100% of my time to beating him.
This is the type of sportsmanship that I like to see. Hatred in fantasy football is very fun. Yo, dude, 174 points with no Dobbins and 8 from CMC. ETN actually outscored CMC. ... Destiny. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I didn't realize he scored 174 points. By God, it's Fitzy! Whoa! That's the noise he would make.
Like it's almost like he's here as a guest again. You know, that's exactly what he sounds like.
That's how he talks.
Adam says, "I'm gonna say 60 million for Craven." Did you hear they like officially canceled this unit?
I did see that. I saw that on Twitter today, and I thought of sending you the screenshot, but
yeah,
I figured we would talk about it in person, and it made me. I'm certainly upset because now I feel like there's no point in watching all 3 of the Venom movies.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't think they're. First one people say is okay. You never seen any of them?
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I like watching bad movies though, and so my assumption is that they're bad, and so. And
I think they're the bad good kind. Like they're enjoyably bad.
I've like seen Morbius and Madam Web, and those are both enjoyably bad.
Yeah,
but I mean, Madam Web just kind of sucks. But
no, Madam Web is just so like jarring. Like the audio like mixing or whatever for that movie.
Dude, that guy being dubbed over the whole movie was unfucking believable.
So I asked in the secret question this week was like, what's your favorite film musical? Corby, strap in for this comment. I don't know if you've read it before, but it's a long one.
Oh no! Oh no! I chose a wrong voice. Fitzy, I apologize. I know you do not sound like this. I just want to put this into the ether.
You don't have to.
No, I have to. Obviously, this is the bit.
Film musical discussion thread for the commenters. The Is Die Hard a Christmas movie thing is like 20 years past its prime. I want to discuss if Bo Burnham's Inside is a film musical instead. I say both yes, and that it is my favorite. Pause for discussion. Thank you, Corby.
So should we
pause
for discussion, or do I keep going?
No, we got to pause for discussion. Sure. Have you seen it Inside?
I have seen it. Yeah.
I feel like I think I'm pretty sure I watched it when it came out. I don't remember. I do like Bo Burnham, but I mean, I feel like sure it's a musical. I feel like it's a lot of music. Sure, why not? Why not make it a musical? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there are musical performances in the movie. It feels like a musical. I think that's fine. I don't think it's a hot take or a cold take. I think it's the right take.
I like but he did go outside the box here because, like, you know, when you think musicals or especially musical movies, like you're not gonna think of, you know, that isn't what people think of. So good for Fitzy. That's how he thinks, outside the box. Go ahead, or inside the box.
Whoa. If that's not allowed, then in power ranking order, I've got some takes. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, the Gene Wilder one. Classics are classic for a reason.
Okay.
La La Land, Chicago. This is probably the highest ranked one if you had in mind before I explained the definition. Queen Latifah is great in her titular role as matron Mama Morton. High School Musical. Again, classics are classics for a reason. Shouts out to the Nintendo Wii Classic High School Musical. Sing it. Gap. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
This was actually the one that I thought of. That was the first thing that came to my brain for some reason.
I was only going to highlight the very good and very bad, but this one is worth remembering from early Netflix. I choose to view it as a critique of the nice guy that was popular at the time, excusing a lot of problems it has with Penny's non-character. Seriously, plug the opening bars to a brand new day in here. It holds up. The butt rock of musicals. 8 Mile. Hell yeah. Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. Major gap to the ones I don't like. The Greatest Showman. More like The Worst Show, man. Hairspray. Never seen it, but John Travolta in drag? No thanks, lips. Major gap to hell.
Oh boy, this is good.
Every cash grab artist biopic from the last 20 years. I swear, we're on a 15-year rotation just celebrating the same artists that are grown, so that grown children can take grandpa out to see a movie, and they keep getting nominated for awards. I feel like I'm crazy. If someone can explain to me why Bohemian Rhapsody in particular got so much love, I'll gladly listen, and then I'll tell you that you are wrong. We're now resorting to making men get stuck in Elvis mode to drum up hype for a movie that nobody needs. Fitzy out.
What a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. Have you seen the Elton John have you seen Rocket Man?
I was gonna say that is the only one. So I know exactly what Fitzy's talking about because this is definitely a trend. That's the only one I've seen.
That's the only one.
Kim saw that in theater. I didn't really mind it, honestly.
Yeah, I did not like it. I thought it was.
It was a movie for me. Like I was like, ooh, but like it was fine. You did not like it. You actively disliked it. Was it for these kind of things Fitzy's saying, or?
Yes, it feels like there are a lot of these movies, and I mean that Elvis is it Baz Luhrmann? That Elvis movie looks really bad with Tom Hanks is the manager. That does not look like a good movie. You don't even know what that is?
No. Well, there's been like 3 Elvis movies in the past like 3 years. Like they're just, or is it more than that? I don't know.
Well,
did you count Priscilla as one?
No, yeah, I was gonna say I can think of Priscilla and.
Well, there's the one.
And
the one he's saying. The other one. What did you say?
Elvis and Priscilla are the ones that I'm thinking.
Elvis is the one he's talking about here, right? That he's alluding to.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing that in like YouTube. Like I didn't just like, oh, this guy can't stop talking like Elvis.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that is the movie that I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that. So I agree with that. A little disappointed. I mean, Mike made comments too, so we can talk more about. But I don't think anyone mentioned Rocky Horror, which extremely upsetting to me. I think calling Dr. Horrible the butt rock of musicals, that triggered me. I think it's a little classier than that. I mean, I don't have anything against butt rock, but I like Dr.
Like 40 minutes. It's like a 40-minute long movie.
What the hell? I don't know when Sean said that when we were watching it. So yeah, well, here we go. Oh, nobody did Mike yet. I guess should I be Mike?
Yeah, I need a break after that read.
Yeah, that makes sense. We did most of the nerd voices though, so. The last thing Bo Burnham thing I saw was his line. Is there anything better than pussy? That kind of surprises me because I feel like Mike is would be somebody who likes Bo Burnham. He's an alternative guy, but
he's too woke for Mike.
He's based.
I've never seen High School Musical. I think I've seen Chicago, and I don't think that I hated it. La La Land I saw, it did not like at all. Thought that was really boring. Brandy fell asleep within 5 minutes of seeing this movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I do want to see it. So this confused me when you were reading it because he said Queen Latifah is great in her titular role. Like, and I was like, what does that mean? Like, what? There's no, like, what title? I think he's making a pun here that maybe her tits are out or something. Because titular role will either have to be like the name of the movie, like Chicago, no, or like her name, no, her name's Queen Latifah. Like, what's the title? Yeah. No, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know. Maybe her titties are out.
I don't remember. I feel like I would remember that aspect of the movie if that was part of it. I don't know.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Have you seen did you see the new one? What is it called?
I've not seen Wonka.
With Timothée Chalamet.
Absolutely so.
I saw that in theaters. It was okay. It was a movie again.
I've ever told you that Brandy saw Cats in theaters?
I don't know. Who'd she go with?
She went with our friend Alex, and the entire time they were both in the movie, they both wanted to leave. but they didn't say anything to each other.
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you that like, oh, I want to see it. Like, I wish I saw it, and you're always like, no, Brandy saw it. Like, it's not so good, it's bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
They both wanted to go, but neither said anything to each other.
Yeah, neither of them said anything to the other.
That's eerily similar to the plot of Hey Arnold, that episode where there's a miscommunication between Helga and her dad, and he thinks she wants to see the musical Rats, which is obviously like a parody of Cats.
Oh yes,
and so he takes her to see Rats, and they both want to go see a wrestling show, but he
Oh,
thought,
right. Yes, I remember.
like, she thinks he wanted to see Rats, and he thought, like, they both thought the other one wanted to see this, so they're like, fine, we'll go see this. But then, they both wanted to go, but they both of them thought the other didn't. Great episode. Terrible parents, though.
Yeah, terrible parents. All right.
Penne is like a gusher for pasta. Luke talking like he finally broke sobriety. I take it back. Adam Webb is an idea that can only be born of a proper night's sleep and caffeine.
Oh my God, Fitzy is fucking.
It's on the desk.
He not only does he crash the episode, he then floods the comments.
Plus, due respect for Luke, Adam's Web is my favorite segment this year. I knew me and Colin liked to draft our guys, but I had no idea how significantly my teams overlapped. Unless Eric Warner replies to this comment, I am now the Luke's first in queue.
Eric doesn't know how YouTube works.
If you really believe that, then you fall for Eric's pool sharking ways. Guys, look at your brother's screen. Is real rich coming from the guy who can hack into your brother's screen with a flip phone?
What do you mean by that?
I feel like this was a thing. If you remember, I remember that quote. Look at
What,
your
the
brother's
guys look at your brother's screen?
Guys, look at your brother's screen.
Yeah, so it's like when Eric would play Halo or Xbox or something, and he literally asks 1 million questions. Whenever you play a game with Eric, he's going to ask 1 million questions about it. Like, no matter what, like, how do you do anything? He's going to ask you how to do it. I think Fitzy is making the joke that Eric is a very professional at what he does. And,
it's all a front. It's all like a ruse.
It's all a front. Yo, Corby mansplaining the NWO was sick. JWO too sweet. Oh, Corby, should we start a fantasy wrestling league /pod? I don't really understand how fantasy wrestling would work.
Like point per takedown and all that, like points per slap, point per chair and stuff, all that stuff.
Yeah, but like there's so many other aspects to wrestling other than like just fighting. There's cutting promos. There's just like, I don't know, a million of, there's like just storylines that span months and months, and like people don't wrestle as often as other people, and it's just like it feels too complicated, but I like it. Do you lie? Lives matter.
Okay.
Nice. I lost the Chris Bowl final in 2019, actually. Not sure if there has been another one. There could be this year.
Good for Chris for making a final one year. Way to go. Maybe he'll make one this year. Down with Adam. Mike. Oh no, there's a whole like splinter group of anti-Adamites. I use lasagna sheets.
You didn't even say this one.
Oh, sorry. You expanded it. Penne for mac and cheese. I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking
Penny.
Penne.
All right.
I use lasagna shoots. Jail.
Gotta be orzo or manicotti for me, dog.
I'm glad I didn't have
These
that.
are all.
Gotta be barley or manicotti for me, dog.
Barley. It's even worse than orzo.
What is that? Why would it do that?
I don't know. It's really good though. Yeah, these are cold takes. I like them. I'm gonna give everyone a thumbs up here. I like all of these.
Adam Webb, 10 out of 10. He likes it. Not that I would suggest why the boys play games goes this route. But what are your thoughts on median scarring? Team with highest points for, or sixth place is team with highest points for. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Whoops, said this before Luke brought it up. You want to beat me so bad. You didn't really get a take in this, Corby. I feel like I mean, we didn't go too much into it, but I think I just said like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't want to do that, but like specifically for like lore and all that stuff, and like the animosity it builds, like we need that. Like even else, that's more important than fairness, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. Fairness is stupid. Balance is lame.
Absolutely, that's not interesting.
Yeah.
Bottom text isn't part of the meme, but look up Megamind No Bitches meme. Vindication, I love you. I take back all the negative things I said about you. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe I saw that meme. I don't know. Corby, you understood my team name exactly as I knew you would. I am the victor. Best musical film of all time is Les Mis. Les Miserables. Corby, do you like this movie?
Never seen it.
It's one of those ones that's like all singing, I think. I don't think there's any dialogue. So
no, thank you.
It's gonna be tough. Hamilton was like that too, but at least it's like almost like talking. I haven't seen it, but I have a feeling I probably wouldn't be too into it. But I'll try it. Maybe just because I hated Greatest Showman so much, and I know Hugh Jackman is in that.
Corby/Colin, did you really blur Eva's face? That was a joke. Sorry for making you do work, LOL.
And then I replied, "It's a fun learning experience."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, I blurred the baby's face because I wanted to see if I could do it, and it took me like 40 minutes.
Did you have to do like frame by frame or what?
No, so the DaVinci software has like face tracking and stuff, and so like you could just put the spot where you want the spot, and then it like just it like takes the clip, and then it just kind of somehow knows to do it. It's pretty sweet.
So why did it take 40 minutes?
Because I'm stupid.
Oh.
I didn't understand what I was doing, and I did it wrong a few times. And
well,
I wanted it to be correct, and there were times in which it was like it was too early, it was too late, and then I had to splice things, and just trying it out. Final comment of the week.
Luke dressing up as Morbius for a vampire-themed party, having no one get the reference, then convincing the host to play the movie for everyone is the most Luke story I've ever heard. Boundless positivity from this guy.
It actually is a miraculous story. I can't believe that somebody would imagine somebody walks up to you at your house for some reason, calling you're hosting a party, and they're like, "Hey, can we put Morbius on?"
Like, hell yeah.
Well, yeah, you would say hell yeah, right? But like, all right, let's think of a different movie. Shit, I can't think of any movie that you would.
That one with Mel Gibson can read the woman's minds.
What women want?
Yeah.
You wouldn't put that on.
Then I'd be like, what the heck? Fine. Okay, let's do it.
You'd go,
Yeah, if Mike came over and was like, let's play Les Miserables. I'd be like, I don't know. Yeah, that's it for the comments. That's it for the comments this week. That was probably about half an hour, so that's good. We got our time in. Let's look at the last week of the regular season, the Week 14 review, as we prepare for playoffs. Here we go. First up, Corby. It's your matchup. You beat Eric by a lot. Why don't you expand on that a bit?
I'm going to keep it short and simple. I'm not giving Eric the clown music this week. He had his best week in a very long time. There was a point in the day in which I thought that there was a chance that I actually might lose. I think I was projected for like 97 points at one point during this matchup. And then Puka and Kyron came through for me. I don't know what to say. Like, Eric, you put up a great fight, and hopefully, I mean, if you were in playoffs, it'd be a great time for you to peak and hit the launch button. But unfortunately, it just didn't happen for you.
It was an encouraging closing game for Eric, who needed it. And Corby, this week for me just like serves as a reminder of just not even just like, obviously you drafted a good team, but also like some of these like waiver wire heroes like Winston and Jawan Jennings. You drafted Chase Brown, but he's wasn't that good. Bucky Irving. Like, you drafted awesome, and then you also played you picked up the right guys. You stuck through them. I had Jawan Jennings, I dropped him, but you stuck with him, and he's been good. So well done. I know Bucky is he hurt, or did he just leave, or what happened?
It's very unclear right now. Right. That was my illusion at the top of the show. I'm a little worried for my boy Bucky. I just want him to get better. Maybe he should take next week off with me. Hey, come over to my house, Bucky. We can hang out. we can get to know each other and become friends.
All right. And for Eric, DeAndre Swift outscored Jaden Reed, so maybe you won that trade. We'll get into it a little more in the next slide. Here's me playing Brandy, the 2 lowest scores of the week. Of course, this is what the fantasy gods do, is they have me finally the week that it doesn't matter anymore. They give me an easy matchup finally. But I did terrible. Obviously, I had my zero wide receiver strategy of starting Jaden Reed and George Pickens, who combined for 0. So that was nice. But the other guys picked it up. Cup and Lamb specifically. James Cook had a bad game. It was not good. It was a bad week. But Brandy had a way worse one with Jonathan Taylor, Nico Collins on bye, and the rest of the people just not doing good things. Raheem Mostert, did he play?
Yeah, but he's just like destitute, gone, like not even gonna be ever played again.
No, he was
I don't know why they're not playing him. I don't.
He was
understand.
inactive.
Oh yeah, like I don't understand. I don't get.
Well,
it.
John got another touchdown, so there you go. Okay, so Brandy will go into playoffs now, and honestly, I know I've been hating on Brandy's team like all year, and kind of deservedly so. But they could make some noise, maybe win round 1. We'll get into it.
Yeah, it could be a sneaky team, certainly in round 1. Not much to say here. The Jaden Reed having 0 points to start your week, I was like, oh, fuck, it's happening. Colin's going to lose. Colin is going to lose.
There was a time at one point where I think I only had like a 53% chance. I remember checking. And I was like, yep.
I mean, thank God CD came through for you, because if he didn't, then, And not to spoil Brandy's waiver moves or anything, but the Jalen Tolbert was a late addition. It was originally Andre Yoshivas. Not that that made any differences or anything, but having to start Ray Davis and Raheem Mostert is never a good sign. And thankfully, that doesn't have to happen again. And this feels like a big transaction week. There's a couple of running backs that are out there right now. I know that there's a lot of teams that still have some money, but I know that Brandy is maybe the second highest person in playoffs with has the second most stab, I should say. So I'm expected to see some moves, and we'll see an interesting lineup, I think, come next week for Brandy.
Yeah, and I like the play of playing the Bills backup running back. You just picked the wrong one, because Ty Johnson had a great game. Ray Davis didn't really do anything, as you can see. So you almost got it. What do we got next up? We got Chris Colby versus Chris Cloud. Yep, as he alluded to, it's the Chris Bowl this game would have had a lot of implications if like Tyler or me won more games. Instead, it was I think there was the only implications here were seeding. So whoever lost this ending up playing Brandy. Chris may come to regret this win because he is playing Mike now, and that could be a tough game. Obviously, the biggest story is Josh Allen, who I believe set the record for the highest scoring quarterback performance of all time. Good for you, Joshy. Best number 1 fantasy quarterback in football this year now. I'm assuming, is he above Lamar yet? Or I don't know. Probably, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Lamar had 0 this week. Noob. Tyreek finally bounces back. Chris has had a solid team the last few weeks. He's finally put it together, putting up 171. He talked about Dobbins and CMC, and he put up 170, whatever. This week he started Demarcus Robinson with 0, and Westbrook Akini or whatever finally falls back to earth. But despite that, he still has a great week. Obviously carried by Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill. Doesn't matter. Chris Cloud. This team has not been good for a while. I feel like probably week 1 playoff fodder, or it could be Brandy. It'll be the rare toilet bowl playoff matchup, maybe, or a bounce back week. We'll see. It'll be interesting to watch. I don't know. What do you think, Corby?
It's tough to start Calvin Austin the third as your wide receiver 2 slot for sure. You had some bye weeks probably. I don't think you had Josh Downs. Had to start Jonathan Brooks. That's never fun. He retore his ACL. That's not good. -4 swag strap from the Buffalo defense is certainly tough as well. And then on Chris's side, yeah, I was worried for him with no McCaffrey and whatnot, but Dowdle has been very solid for about a month now, and ETN had scored the most points that he scored since week 1 or 2 or something. It's great, and Quentin Johnson bounced back too. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very interested in both of these playoff matchups that are coming up this week. It should be fascinating.
Speaking of fascinating, here we got Taylor and Chris P. Much like Corby's, this was kind of a meaningless game. Chris had to win to hang on to his 1 seed, which he did. I know we haven't really talked about pick'ems too much, but Corby picked Taylor here. I like that. And, he ended up in the green, so good for him. Chris was maybe it's because maybe you picked him because Chris started Jalen Coker, who didn't play, and Justin Fields, the backup quarterback for the Bears, still put up 170. So again, just like you, a testament to how good his team is, because he had Jamar Chase, Josh Jacobs with 3 touchdowns, and George Kittle. He's got a great team. Not much needs to be said. I'm excited to see Chris versus Corby in the finals, or barring big upsets. And for Taylor, you did your best. I talked shit about Michael Wilson, and he shut me up. He had a good game, so well done. Good stack.
Yeah, his touchdown was like on the first drive of the game. He took that personally. Yeah, like you said, I think probably the best team in the league, still putting up 170 with 3 players scoring 0 or less is again a testament to how good his team is. Jamar Chase is a freak. I don't know how he continues. I think he's had multiple 40-point games now, and I'm scared that that's going to happen again. We'll see what happens. I think I was just banking on Taylor having one of his blow up weeks where he scores 200 points, but that only happens against you. So
yeah, Jamar Chase has 2 40-point games and then a 60-point game as well. So
yeah,
yes, three games above 40. So well done, Jamar.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's going nuts over there. So good for him. Next up, we have Tyler versus Adam. Just a great week from Tyler. Chalk it up. I know I complain a lot. At the end of the day, I think I'm now like 5th in points. Tyler remains 3rd. He's got a good team who scores well almost every week. This is what happens. I also lost to Adam on one of his blow-up weeks. This is definitely the second most he scored all year. The Chiefs, it wasn't even the Chiefs, It was Jordan Addison with 3 touchdowns out there. Shout out to Sammy Darnold, Sammy Salami slinging it out there. Rome Odunze start, 2 touchdowns. And then Tyrone Tracy continues to dominate. So well done. As for Tyler, he's just got a solid team. He's had a solid team all year. Justin Jefferson's 2 touchdown game wasn't enough because Jordan Addison was right there across from him. It's a bummer for Tyler. He doesn't deserve this.
No, he certainly doesn't. Unfortunately, it's just the way the coin flips this year for him. That's really it. You really took all the words out of my mouth, which is highly unsanitary.
Why don't you close it off for us? What do you think about this one?
Yeah, let's close it off here with Fitzy for Mike. And there were not much implications here, except really just seeding for 3rd place. Fitzy pulls off the nice victory here, and I do want to read Fitzy's anecdote here. So I picked Fitzy, Colin picked Mike, Fitzy picked himself, the coin picked Fitzy, and Luke picked Mike. Fitzy's anecdote reads this. He said, Fitzy picks Fitzy and cancel your bets. It's lock of the week time. Ring the bell because it's Mike's year, but for the final time this year, not his week. So it sounds like Fitzy's making a hot claim that Mike's going to win out for the next 3 weeks, and we'll see.
Right.
So Fitzy won by a little more than 10 points. The big blaring thing here, you'll notice right in the middle of Mike's roster, as it has been all season long, is Cole Kmet with a beautiful, gorgeous, fat Sando, 0.00 points. Now, this probably couldn't have made the difference, although I believe that Pat Freiermuth has just been sitting on the waiver wire, probably had more points than 0. Could have helped you out, Mike. It's just that the tight end is not your favorite position to play this season, and it could spell disaster for you because Saquon hasn't scored 50 points in a while. And Fitzy, great to have you scoring 158 points. 6-8. You finished the league in eighth place in the regular season.
Again, shout out to Sam Darnold holding it down. Fitzy started 1 quarterback this week. This is the one being Michael Penis Jr. So Darnold holding it down with his 5 touchdown game was awesome. I know Drew Lock put up almost 15. That's crazy to me. He played He played so bad. What was it? What is his?
He started the game 0-8. Oh,
Well, it didn't get much better. Oh, it doesn't. Does it have attempts and stuff over here? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does. 49 attempts, 21 completions. That is abysmal. He had 21 completions the week before on 32 attempts. That's fine. My God. I mean, it's New Orleans. New Orleans isn't. They're not a man eater this year. It doesn't matter. Great job. I mean, it does matter because Mike lost. But I mean, again, this wasn't a very meaningful matchup. Mike, you got a good team. You'll be fine. It's an off week, whatever. You had your man Tank Dull on bye is really what I think happened. Corby's favorite player, Cortland Sutton. You wouldn't have had to start at Xavier Leggett or some of these guys. You can rest easy knowing that you will get into it in Transaction Watch, but you can rest easy knowing that you won the Isaac Garando sweepstakes. So well done. Fitzy, good win. Like Corby said, basically you finished 6-8. You got some dignity. 8th place, top third or not bottom third of the league. You're in the second third, just like me. So well done. And that is it.
Oh, it went the wrong way. Sorry.
For the matchups. And here we can look at the final league standings, the final final regular season league standings here. And we can also look at how the record check went. I went 4-2, 47-37 on the year, 8-6 lock of the week. Corby, I could have went back and watched. I didn't, but I don't. No, you didn't write down a lock of the week this week. I don't know if you remember what it was.
Oh, fuck.
But so I didn't record it here. You went 4-2. You probably got it, whatever it was. I don't know. Do you remember?
I have no recollection of what it was, but we can bet that later.
Yeah. So you went 4-2 as well. Well done, Fitzy. This was actually a pretty tough week to go 6-0, but he did it. He got the Adam upset, which was impressive. His own upset. Fitz picking himself. So well done. I think that was kind of mostly it. And the coin went 3-3, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. 40-44, almost perfectly balanced, and then 7-7 lock of the week. Awesome. Luke went 4-2. So good job, Luke. As for the standings,
next year for the pick'em, we should have, instead of Luke, we should have, or like the guest name, a cumulative guest would be very fun.
Let's go. Yeah. And final standings, we got the top 6 making playoffs here. Congratulations to them. You can see me just missing out in 7th. There's Fitzy and Tyler.
Oh, sorry.
You meant to hit the violin.
Oh, yeah.
Adam in 10th. Eric in 11th. Taylor, long tortured team in 12th. I'm surprised to see how low points for Chris Colby's been. I think he just started so bad. Because I feel like the last few weeks he's been all right, but he's still so far down. How many? So Brandy has the second least points scored in the league. Is that
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, and Chris Colby's not too far behind. So well done, guys. Hope you're proud of me. See me and Tyler down there. Mostly Tyler. I really feel for him. I can't complain too hard when I see that. All right, let's move on. What do we got?
I keep using the same one.
All right, Transaction Watch. We got a couple spicy ones. Parker Washington. Who's that?
Yeah, real spicy.
I remember. He's one of those names. He's one of those names that Fitzy likes, because I definitely picked this guy up earlier too. I think I might have started him. Adam beats himself out. So well done. He beats himself off. For the victory.
You what?
Speaking of Adam, Chris Colby grabs Jaleel McLaughlin. There's Adam in the screenshot. He never, how Adam can't. He can't even beat himself. You can see. Well, I kind of. Isaac Garando, the big one this week, the big fish. Mike puts up $34, and it was worth it. Lots of points, even if he lost. It was lots of points. Brandy's there with 17. Could have used him on Fitzy, and everyone else is there. I like the people who can't. I like that Adam was in there, even though he can't make playoffs. So good for you. And I just put this in. Nobody contended this, but a nice $4, or is that $8 waiver for Tommy DeVito by Fitzy. So we'll see how that pans out.
Is there anyone interesting you think on the waiver wire currently that will be helpful in the playoffs?
Is Sincere McCormick in this league? Yeah, he is.
He is in this league.
I would have picked. I started him in 2 tight end. I would have picked him up if I knew if I caught the George Pickens instead. I probably would have picked him up. You know what's funny about Sincere McCormick is like you never heard of this dude before, but like in college football 25, like he played for like some shitty college team, and in college football 25, you when you start a new dynasty, it's like, oh, I'm gonna play as a shitty team and make him good, and then he's like all over the record book for the team I picked. So I knew his name because I'm like, who the fuck is Sincere McCormick? And then all of a sudden he's like a guy in the league. So that was very funny to me. It was jarring to see, like, oh my god, he's actually like relevant. So I had to give him a shout out. He looked good out there. He's looked good the last couple of weeks. He's their season's kind of in the pits. So why not give Sincere McCormick some run and see what you got? You know what you got in Madison and Zamir White and Abdul and all these guys. So shout out to Sincere McCormick. Was there anyone you were thinking?
So Sincere McCormick, definitely top of my list. Can't wait. I love that guy. He's going to be amazing. And I'm interested in Patrick Taylor Jr. for just for this week because it looks like Garendo is a big questionable. He got hurt during the game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they're just holding him out because they're being like extra cautious or he might actually not play.
Just because it's not a Thursday game, really.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's the only reason I thought that it might not be a thing.
Yeah, you're probably right. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow, I suppose. It'll be interesting.
It should.
And Pickens probably won't play again, so maybe some Steeler Fryermuth might be an interesting pickup. I know that you made that comment about Calvin Austin, but I don't. Who was that? Was that like it was one of the Chris's, right? Chris Cloud, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think he made that move because George Pickens wasn't playing because it was kind of like a last minute thing, and I don't think he's that like savvy. But maybe he did. But I think it was a fine play with George Pickens out. Like you got to throw to somebody. It just wasn't him. So yeah, I don't know. Not too much at this point in the league of the year, but McCormick, that's who I think Brandy should go after, especially with their running back problems.
Do you say that sincerely?
I do. I say that McCormickly. All right, with those name puns, let's move on to name change breakdown. Corby, this is your wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is the goat here.
Oh,
so we had a lot. We've had a lot. This one's great. This one's Mr. Penis.
He's got a theme. You gotta hand it to him.
He's got a theme. He's really good at it. So you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this 5 booms on the boom meter.
For sure.
Have you seen the Costco Guys Christmas song? Did we talk about this?
Is that what this picture's from?
No.
Okay. No, I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know who the Costco Guys are.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
I have zero exposure to them.
You have to subject yourself to this. You have to. We use the boom meter. The least you could do for me is give me your power rankings of the Costco verse family members. That will be our next.
It's the whole thing. I thought it was 2 people. Those AJ and Big Justice.
Oh, and trust me, it is really just them. But then there's of course the Rizzler. Do you know who the Rizzler is?
No.
Okay, great. Good start. So we'll learn more about him, and then of course there's Mama Justice. There's Big AJ's sister. There's their cousin. It's a whole thing. It's a.
All right. We'll have to. We'll talk about it in Pod After Dark.
The lore is expanding.
Oh no. Here's me. I switched it to Jesus Christ. Not like that. I'm not the biblical figure. I mean, yes, but more like the exasperation. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's Jesus Christ holding a football. Yeah. So I just want to clear up that confusion. I'm not saying Jesus Christ is and that's my team. It's more of the, when you're upset about something.
Well, you could say your team is like Jesus Christ because your team was crucified all year long,
right? Because I was persecuted to the ultimate extent, just like Jesus Christ. And I think if I had to pick one person, I think Chris Cloud was my Judas. I don't know why the fuck he would score 160 against me when I needed the win, and then what he put up the next week, some shitty score, just like everyone I've ever played. All right, I am Jesus Christ. You're right.
Yeah, I think for that reason, I'm gonna give it 4 booms on the boom meter. Originally, I had it at like 0 because I thought the exasperation as well, but now that you're comparing yourself to Jesus Christ, I really like it.
Yeah, one boom for each appendage attached to the cross, nailed to the cross. So
True. Well, yeah, that's true. There was 4 of them. Jake Sully, with a weird. I don't know who's this person that Mike has made into Jake Sully.
it's Chris, is it? I don't know. Is that who we played? I don't know who that is.
I
Who
don't
did he
think
play?
that is what Chris
Doesn't really look like him, does it?
No, it doesn't. I don't know who the man is.
Oh, he
Mike,
plays Fitzy. Does he look like Fitzy?
that does not look like Fitzy.
That's not his hair.
Number one, it's not his hair. It's not his body shape. Fitzy is jacked. I don't know if you've ever seen his shoulder muscles.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if that was actually Jake Sully. And he just changed the face.
I cannot believe that you just said that. Is that Fitzy? That is not Fitzy. Fitzy, let us know in the comment below if that's a photo of you. You let me know. I like this. I don't. It's not. Is it a jab at Fitzy? Oh no, my desk is moving. I don't know if it's a jab at Fitzy in any way, or any sort of thing. But I like the effort that Mike put. He obviously drew the ears on. The eyes look beautiful. I like it. So for that reason, I'll give it 4 booms on the boom meter. Getting lots of 4s today.
It's like Stitch.
Yeah. All right. I just noticed the photo. We start off with Adam last week changing his name right before we were recording. This one for the Yahoo rating. I'm gonna give this one 5 booms because it's great. I love the Tyler Wood photo. I don't know who the person is holding the photo, but I like it. Adam also says, "Love yourself and never give up." And if you'll notice, this screenshot is bad, but the quote is attributed to Adam B. I can't read it that well, but I will open it up on the Yahoo app and zoom in and be able to read it. In the end, we discover to love and let go. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me start that again. In the end, we discover that to love and let go can be the same thing. Adam B. Maybe it's a testament to his love of fantasy football, still living on, but also letting go of this team. Maybe it's something like that. It's quite beautiful.
Like, did he make this? Is he quoting himself, or was it just like the Tyler Wood thing where he like Googled something that Adam B said? Like, I assume he just looked up someone named Tyler Wood, and like he's holding up his name on a sign for some event or something. We'll never know. I don't know.
Well, we will never know. We'll never know the truth.
Well, we will know because maybe Adam will comment it down below.
Maybe he will.
Great name though. What do you think, Corby? Did you give it a rating?
I gave it 5. Oh yeah. 5 booms for the first one. I'll give 5 booms for that. Adam, the big boomer of the year. Butt cheeks by Fitzy with this interesting artwork.
It's like balls. Looks like testicles.
It does kind of look like testicles. We have to see the brown spot to know whether or not it's testicles or.
I guess he has toilet paper.
I mean, yeah, it's a good name. I mean, it's a good name. Yes. Is it better than Laporta Curse? No. Maybe Fitzy's been changing a lot of diapers, and maybe that's why he changed his name to Butt Cheeks, because he sees a lot of butt cheeks. Fitzy, I like the name, but I feel like we've seen better from you. So you'll get a very modest 3 booms. Oh, sorry. 3 big booms. Like a big boom in a dirty diaper.
Is that all of them?
That's all of them.
That's all of them. So all right. It's time for Yahoo comments of the week. Here we go. Oh, all right.
I forgot. Sorry, guys.
No, it's good.
We'll try to pick it back up next week.
We'll double the comments next week.
We'll have like we'll try. I'll try to get like at least 30 of them. Perfect. Oh shit!
Time for looking at week 1. We only got 2 games, obviously. Let's check it out. What do we got first up?
Fitzy, you'll have to let us know in the comments below your dark, beautiful, dark, horny fantasy or whatever you do. I'm not doing all that this year.
Then put the picture in the Google Drive. Maybe.
Oh yeah, if you wanted to put the effort in to make the photo, still we can we can decipher it.
At least the first one. Well, we'll see. All right. First up, we got the big game. The interest. I guess they're both interesting for different reasons. We got two good teams here: Chris Colby versus Mike. This one's tough for me. Let me visit it real quick. I want to see it with the bench real quick. My apologies. I'm here. Okay, because I can see Chris. Assuming he set his lineup, he did. He doesn't. He's not really cooking this week. But this does have obviously Isaac Garando playing still. So that'll be a tough thing to predict. Even if he doesn't, Mike's got a decent bench. He's got Tank Dell, who's still being projected for 12.5. Okay, Xavier Leggett's out there. Tyler Lockett. Okay, I don't know. Meanwhile, Chris Colby's bench is barren. So I thought this would be more interesting. But if you're in week 1 playoffs and you're still starting Travis Etienne, I cannot pick your team. So give me Mike.
Man, this is way closer than I originally had thought in my head. Again, I'm going to go off the assumption that Garendo is not going to play. And so that put Mike at maybe start. Who's he? Okay, so he's starting Saquon, obviously. Then he's going to have to slot. He'll probably slot Tank Dell in. Okay, so that helps Mike for sure. And yes, it's incredibly hard to pick a team that is starting Travis Etienne. That is for sure. But he's also starting Josh Allen, who just scored 53 points and has not scored less than 20 since week 10. I mean, which was only 3 weeks ago, right? But I like the trend for Josh. He's been playing really well at the end of the year to try to get him into playoffs and stuff. And they're playing against Detroit, so he's going to have to be Superman and do his thing. I'm trying to make the case for both of these teams. You understand? Nick Westbrook-Akine is playing against Cincinnati. They don't really have a defense. That's exciting. Darnell Mooney playing against Las Vegas. They don't really have a defense. Darnell Mooney's been a stud all year.
And he's got Drake London. Don't forget, he's got the 2 Falcons strat.
Sure, he's got the best friend strategy. I love the best friend strat. I love the quarterback matchups for both of these teams. Less so for Chris, probably because Minnesota's probably a little bit tougher. But Caleb's been playing great. He's been really, really solid quarterback. It's so hard. I really want to pick both. I think they're both going to win. Now, I think that who wins this game is the audience, because this is going to be way higher scoring than I think. With that in mind, I think that we totally forgot about Chris's team name, didn't we? Chris changed his team name to Coming to the Cosmos. Going online with the penis thing. 5 big booms. Sorry, I missed your team name, Chris. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Chris, like the Discover, or what was the rocket that crashed? The Challenger. Yeah, Chris is gonna go down like the Challenger this week, and I don't think it's gonna be for anything that Mike does. I just think that his team just will score less points than Mike, I guess. So I guess it is what Mike does. So yeah, I'm picking Mike. I'm picking Mike as my actually no, I'm gonna say my lock week for next time. Oh, before we move on, welcome back.
The coin. The chip. The chip, not the coin.
The chip is rolling with whoever is listed first in the show doc, which would be Chris Colby.
Yeah, and real quick about the name change. I mean, what it was? Oh, do you remember what it was before? Was it because it was something
to the Cosmos?
Because what was it?
It was Rocket to the Cosmos.
Oh, okay, because I know it was the same picture. Because I remember he had Carl and Sagan, but now I think he had testicles now. So now he's coming to the Cosmos.
Oh,
testicles to the rocket.
Shit. Wow. 5 more big booms on the boom meter for Chris.
All right, let's move on here to let's look at Chris Cloud versus Brandy. This will be a fun one. One of these teams needs to start gearing up, getting ready to go, start scoring some points. Chris had a good start to the season. I think he's kind of fallen off a bit. But his team doesn't look bad on paper, and you know how I feel about paper. But I mean, you can say the same about Brandy's. There's some not all has. If Brandy does get Sincere McCormick, get a Tyler Algie out of here, get a defense in there. This game is it's going to be pretty similar projections. Not that really matters too much. That being said, I'm going to take Brandy, honestly. Yes, Brandy just put up 90 points against me, or a little less. But Chris hasn't been doing too good. He had a decent week last week. I know he lost, but I think he still did okay, right? Didn't he? What did he put up? He put up 126. I'm sorry. That is not decent. It was it was against me, 160. Of course it was. Okay. Yeah, give me Brandy. I think this is the week. Enjoy the 1 week, and then you'll have to play probably Corby, I think, right? Depending on who wins.
So that leads me into my discussion here. So I do think Brandy pulls off this victory. I don't think that both of these teams are necessarily strong. I think there's a reason that Chris is in 6th, and we saw Brandy's points 4. But again, we'll score higher than last week, no doubt about it. Jonathan Taylor is back. A running back will be put into the starting position, and so that for sure gives me thoughts that Brandy will win. And I'm also hoping that Brandy wins, because I would much rather play Brandy than the victor of Mike versus Chris Colby in the first week of playoffs. So yeah, I'm taking Brandy. I'm taking my Brandy as lock of the week.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to lock anyone in. Yeah, I'll lock in Brandy too. Why not? Sure. I feel more confident in that one.
All right. And the coin is rolling with Chris Cloud as the lock of the week.
How do you think you're going to do this week on the bye, Corby? Are you going to be setting your lineup?
Oh, I'll certainly be setting my lineup. I'm comparing it against other players and to see how I'm doing, and I'm sure we'll talk about it next week.
That's a good idea.
I'm just hoping that nobody gets hurt. That's all I want. All I want is for everyone to take it easy this week.
Right.
You know, I mean, I know real football needs to be played. I know playoffs are happening and whatnot, or like playoffs in real football are shaping up too. So the Broncos have to play hard this week. Everyone else can take the week off.
Yeah, they're on bye, you know. As far as I'm concerned, they're on bye in real life too. So chill out. All right, there was only 2 games this week, meaningful games. My apologies to Fitzy and anyone else who's interested in the consolation bracket. I do think we should go over the final when we get there, but we're not there. And so that moves us on to bets of the week. There we go. All right, so we had a good amount of bets last week, and some of them are still not decided, such as Craven Lifetime Box Office. When does that come out again?
Probably around Christmas time.
Yeah, I think it's like mid-December. Yeah, 13th. So this Friday.
Oh shit!
Go see Craven this.
Bring your family.
Yeah, bring your family. He's good. What does he say?
It's Craven time.
It's Craven time. And then he craves everybody. So
I'm craving to kill.
All right, old bets. Here we go. First up, we had Colin and Corby basketball. I think because of like the in-season tournament or something, this week is 2 weeks. There's like 90 games. It's crazy. So we don't know. It's 5-4. It's very close right now. Lad McConty, 6.5 receptions. This was you and Luke. He didn't play, so I don't know if you guys just want to avoid that.
We discussed it offline and we avoided it.
All right.
Because I'm a nice person.
Good for you. All right. That sounds like a nice person to me. Colin versus Luke. Who's going to score more points in Discord? He scored about like 4 more points. It was close.
Wow.
But he lost and I won because my shitty team has like reverse luck in that league. You know, like this is the league where I have bad luck and my team is good and I lose every week. In that league, my team sucks and I win every week. I'm in first place. Bad team. Well done. Luke did not make playoffs. Colin was running back 1 and 2, which was James Cook and Alvin Kamara, versus Corby's running back 1 and 2, which was Bucky Irving and Kyron Williams. So Kyron Williams just single-handedly won this. James Cook and Kamara had bad games. Or Kamara had like a mediocre game. James Cook had a bad game. Speaking of bad games, Jameis versus either Love or Russ. This was actually a good bet. They were all within like 2 points of each other. Russ just edged out Jameis, but Jameis beat Love. So Jameis did okay, Russ did okay, Love did okay. None of them did very good. And I walk away with a win, thank God. Win one bet this week. So that's it for this week. Corby, we got new bets to be had. Did we agree on everything in the oh, we did. We agreed on the matchups.
We agreed on all 2 matchups.
Well, I'll tell you what. What's your team? I think that Chris P is going to outscore you on the bye.
Oh, man. Let me see if he set his lineup already.
Oh shit!
He didn't set his lineup. I'm in.
Okay, well, the words were spoken. You got it, sure. What else do we got?
I want to make a bet about another league. What place are you in the 2 tight end league?
I think I missed. Adam beat me, so I missed the playoffs. I'm in 7th place.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Again, I think I'm like 3rd in points.
3rd place.
Yeah, I'm like 3rd in points scored in that league also. So there you go.
Holy shit!
That league, I don't like. I expect it because every year I have like a top 2 or 3 team, and I never make playoffs. Like it's just that league is just cursed. There's no way around it. Actually, I'm not. I mean, it's really close. I'm actually like 4th in points scored. 4th? I think 5th. But it's all really close. We're all within like 10 points of each other.
Okay. I apologize for bringing this up because I thought that you were going to make playoffs, and so I wanted to make a bet about you making it to the finals or something. But, okay. Never mind. You can't make it in the first place.
Well, let's make a bet anyway. I'll outscore you this week. I have a good team.
In the 2 tight end league?
Yeah.
I just scored 90 points. Why would I make a bet on myself?
Because you're in like 1st place, aren't you?
I am in 1st place, and I'm also the highest scoring team in the league.
No, that's not true, is it?
I was at one point.
You were at one point, just like I was like 2nd at one point.
No,
I think I actually was 1st for a little bit.
I am number 1, fucker.
Oh, you are?
Okay, yeah. Sure. I'll do that.
Casey's dominating you, dude.
Where's Casey?
25, 45.
Oh, I misread. I'm sorry.
You're good. I mean, you're 2nd. There you go.
I take back. Wow, Kate. Wow, what the fuck?
He went on a crazy late season shit. I don't know what went on because he was not that high. He scored 236 in the last week. Yeah, 189.
Oh, he's always got Johnny. That's why.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, he went on a crazy tear at the end.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, he's got a good team. So you don't want that one then?
I'll take versus you in the 2 tight end. Sure, why not?
I'll set my lineup.
All right. So I have a very basic grasp on. Or actually, never mind. We don't have the. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. If you look at my. Oops, that's our hand raise. How the fuck? I can't share through this menu. God damn it. 1 second. If you look at my screen, you'll see in the consolation bracket, we have Adam versus Eric and Tyler versus Taylor in the first round of the quarterfinals of the bracket. I bet, well, let's say, do you think that you will outscore Adam this week?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I definitely haven't said that. Do I think I'll outscore Adam? Sure. I guess I have to.
I bet that Adam will outscore you.
It's a good bet.
Go get him, Adam.
It's definitely a good bet. My sorry ass team. Definitely going to be running a 2 tight end flex.
I wish this league could run the 4 tight end flex.
Yeah, shout out to Fitzy, who did not run it last week, but he did win his game. I think he might have just slipped into playoffs. So, in a Discord league where you can start 4 tight ends. So well done. I was a little disappointed, but you got to win. Yeah, he's in 6th place. He just slipped in. Who are the Broncos playing?
They play the Indianapolis Colts.
I think that the Colts will beat the Broncos.
I think that the Broncos will beat the Colts.
Oh, yeah, it probably will, but let's do it.
Man, you wonder why you lose all these bets because you make all bad bets.
Dude, I was thinking that earlier today when I was when I was doing these, and I know that we only did like 1-1 this week. Like you lost one and I won one,
Yeah.
but you are definitely like dominating me this year because I know I've made a ton of bets like about us specifically. Like I'm gonna outscore you this week, or I'm gonna win my matchup this week, and it's just never.
You just chose the wrong guy to play every week.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough calculating these at the end of the year. I'm definitely. Not only did you win the burger bet and all that, but you definitely won like. I'm not lamenting. Well, that kind of man.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good burger. Can't wait. I'm starving. Maybe I'll bring my championship ring with me, or my championship belt that I'm gonna buy with my winnings.
Who are the Broncos playing? You said, the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
The mediocre Colts.
All right, how many bets is that? We have 3. That's
all right. I bet that the healthcare shooter will be acquitted of all charges.
I hope that he does.
Oh shit!
You think that he will be? Is that a?
No,
is that
I'm joking. I just
Okay.
wanted to.
Another great bet from Colin.
They're not gonna let that happen. They're gonna make an example. They're gonna execute him on the spot.
They're gonna do exactly what he did to that other guy.
Is that it? We don't need a lot of bets. Who needs a lot of bets?
Yeah. Who needs a lot of bets?
Did I miss one writing here? I think did we have one other one, or did we not?
The 2 tight end head to head. That's 4. 4 is an
4
even
bets. That's good. Yeah. That way we can cancel each other out. Maybe. I feel all betted out. How about you?
Oh man, I'm so full from all of the bets that we just made. I simply couldn't have another one.
So that's right. So let's not. How much do you think Sincere McCormick goes for tomorrow? You don't have to tell me anything, but is Brandy? I mean, I guess I'm asking you. Do you know if Brandy has a bid in, or have you?
I don't know if Brandy does.
Really?
I know Brandy and I talked about him today because again, Brandy has $17 for the fab, and I have 16, and so I don't think Brandy understands how much I love this Sincere McCormick guy. And I pretty much don't want anyone else to have him. So,
Right. Sounds like you're going all in.
I might go at more than 50% because I kind of want. There's a couple other guys that I'm interested in. I don't know. There's not that many people. Like I don't think that Chris Cloud will spend any of his fab, and the only one I'm worried about is Brandy. And I think maybe Brandy is more interested in other players. I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't think Fitzy will do the out of playoff move, or what about Taylor coming in for the top rope with $100?
Aren't things locked after playoffs for non-contention teams?
I don't think so. I think he's
Rosters
still doing.
Locked. I was in a league where that did that once or something.
I don't support that. Absolutely not. I want to win every week. We're playing for Yahoo rating out here.
It's true.
All right. Well, I was gonna do a Sincere McCormick bet, but it seems like it's kind of it's too predictable at this point in the league. It seems like it'll either be. Well, you said 2.5. Whatever. It doesn't matter. 4 is good. Let's go with 4. That's it for this episode. That's all the bets. Let's zip up that bag. Zip. What's today? It's not okay. It's not too close to Christmas. Well, yeah, we'll have another one. I guess. Are we gonna do in 2 weeks? It'll be Christmas Eve, Corby. Are we gonna have a Christmas Eve for Corby? No, we can't because I won't. I know that I'm busy though on the Christmas Eve.
I will certainly not be home Christmas Eve.
So we'll have to figure something out. We'll record on Wednesday night. Does that sound good?
Yeah, Christmas Day. Yeah, that sounds great. I got nothing better to do.
Well, is that the finals? 2 weeks?
Yes.
Must be, right? Yeah, it is.
It must be.
We gotta do so.
We're gonna have to do it Thursday or Friday. I don't know.
Thursday or Friday, and then I don't. We'll see. Maybe if you're in it, and then that'll be more incentive. Are we? Well, the last 2 years we haven't done one after the championship. Do you think that'll be true this year?
We should probably do one after the championship.
Yeah, at least a quick one.
Yeah.
It'll just be a review. There'll be no preview. So it'll be the episode. Yeah, especially if you win, we got it. We probably would have done that last year if I won. I was in second. Remember that?
Oh man, I remember that. That was so sad.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So that's it. I appreciate any likes, comments, and subscriptions. Hit the read more on the description. Answer the secret question. I guess it's not so secret if I tell you to do it. But I want to get those comments flowing. Let's get some discussion going. I really appreciate Fitzy's comment there. I was a little disappointed it didn't foster more of a response, especially from Adam, the movie, the self-proclaimed movie buff. He's probably not a big musical guy, huh?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of genres he just like doesn't. For somebody who watches so many movies, I feel like there's a lot of genres he just doesn't engage with. I'm a connoisseur, I like to. I'll go see musicals. I saw Wicked. Thought it was okay. I don't know if we talked about it. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, do all those things. Call the hotline. Email the video of your Survivor pick for the draft next year. Only got a few more episodes left, so let's make the most of it. I'm Colin.
I'm Corby.
And gamers. Game on. Here we go.
We gather under moonlit skies, imaginary coaches with fire in our eyes. Playoff week, our teams take flight, virtual warriors ready to fight. Drafted stars from scattered lands, numbers turning into magic bands. Roster decisions weigh so heavy, lives intersect in this grand levy. Fantasy showdown begins to unfold, glory's grip is tight and bold. Sip your drink, watch the drama flow, in this world where stats bestow. Trade whispers haunt the midnight air, dreams of victory a breath away near. Opponents tremble on their screen, in this arena where we scheme. Running backs like shadows sprint, quarterbacks whispers like minted hits. Defense poised on polished field, every point a precious yield. Our hearts beat like digital drums, echoes of touchdowns, myriads of sums. Monday night lights the final plea, will our conquest end in glee? Fantasy showdown begins to unfold, glory's grip is tight and bold. Sip your drink, watch the drama flow, in this world where stats bestow. Fantasy showdown begins to unfold, glory's grip is tight and bold. Sip your drink, watch the drama flow, in this world where stats bestow. Trade whispers, hoedown begins to unfold. Glory's grip is tight and bold. Sip your drink, watch the drama flow, in this world where stats bestow. Trade whispers,